Hi, I'm Memorize. I'm a graduate from the University of Cambridge and will be starting a Masters this September. During my undergraduate studies, I also started Creative Business, where I offer custom designed shirts, suit jackets and other pieces. On this channel, I want to do a mix of documenting my time at Cambridge, giving you tips on how I got in, and explore the entrepreneurial side of content creation. This video will talk about how I started my entrepreneurial journey and balancing the early days of this venture with rigorous academic studies. So, growing up, I was always gravitated towards creativity. I loved drawing as a child and took art as GCSEs. But this was where my love for art slowly faded into resentment. I felt like GCSE art was too restrictive, forcing creative shackles upon me by my teacher that limited my freedom in materials, styles and colours I wanted to use. This was where I started to go down the science route, and while I can't say I regret it having been able to study neuroscience at Cambridge University, that creative flame inside of me was never truly put out, just reduced down to a mere spark for a while. Throughout my time at Cambridge, I spent time still refining my creative abilities. I still produced sketch-based art pieces of various events or places at Cambridge that I had great memories of. But I kept these pieces largely to myself in the confines of my sketchbook, being overly protective of the people that were allowed to peer into this side of my life. It was only at the end of first year where I displayed my artistic abilities at an event called a May Ball. For anyone that doesn't know, May Balls are unique end-of-year events at Cambridge, an extravagant night of celebration with live musical performances, theatrical entertainment and a variety of food. It's common for people at these events to try and steal the show, to dress to impress at these events with flashy black tie outfits. So this is where I thought, why not try and stand out with my own custom designed blazer, a one-of-a-kind piece to make the night my own. So I set to work on the idea as soon as my exams finished, dropping my pen for a pencil and drafting some initial sketches before finalising a design that I added to my blazer with fine liner and acrylic paint. I wore it at the event with confidence and people loved it. My outfit collected a lot of positive comments from friends and even people I'd never met before. The May Ball at the end of my first year of university marked the first presentation of my artistic abilities to people, and it was a massive hit. So, surely from here I started to advertise this service to other people, right? Well, not quite. For the May Balls of second and third year, I continued to make custom formal outfits, but only for myself still. That's mainly because I was kind of balancing my art pieces with diligent studies. I was still creating pieces for other people, but only really small things like birthday gifts of drawings of things people loved. It was only until last January, after I had graduated, that I finally advertised my clothing design service to people through social media. And I honestly don't know why I didn't do this sooner, because it was a huge hit. The night I advertised my services on Instagram, I had numerous people replying saying they were interested. People who had seen my creations firsthand and had eagerly waited for me to advertise this service to them. They had been waiting for so long for me to advertise this, and I only just got around to it now. Since January, things have snowballed, and now, at the tail end of March, I have various orders confirmed by excited customers, and even more potential clients waiting till probably for their next student loan to come in. Hopefully this is just the start of my journey in entrepreneurship, especially as I look to balance this venture with a Masters at Cambridge this September. And lastly, hopefully you'll join me as I document everything that goes on, as well as give you some actionable steps on how you can get into a top university. For now though, I want to end this video the same way I want to end all of my videos, with an actionable tip on how you can enter the world of entrepreneurship, or a tip on how to approach university applications. For this video we'll go with the former, and that's simply just to start. It's a very basic, rudimentary tip from someone who's only just started this race, but so many people fall at the first hurdle because they're too hesitant to even start their new journey. And I know, I get it. Starting a new project is never easy. The path is unclear and clouded with what ifs and maybes. You truly don't know what's in front of you. You're walking in blind and that can be quite scary. Maybe it won't work out and the business will crumble before it even has a chance to stand on its own 2 feet. But instead of worrying about the negative possibilities, let's turn and keep our attentions on the positive. What if it does work? What if your advertisement gets a load of interest from friends who encourage you to keep going, who support you and want to see you succeed? All of a sudden things start to compound and a few years later you're making money online by providing a valuable service or product to people, and even have a chance to make your side passion your full-time career. That's an amazing possibility, and definitely the future you should be imagining. It doesn't matter if your product isn't perfect. It doesn't have to be. All it has to do is provide some sort of value to someone. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this random little voiceover of me making a new shirt design, now on sale by the way, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.